Wind whipped around us. Our tie-downs flapped desperately in the strong gusts of wind. We pressed up against waterproof fabric to keep the tent from collapsing. After months of scrimping and saving, weeks of checking and rechecking supplies, hours of strategically packing a month's worth of supplies into the trunk of my car, 20 states behind us, and only Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama left. My husband, 4-month puppy, and I shivered in our Coleman's Flatwoods 4-person tent on a cliff overlooking Lake Meredith in Hutchinson County, Texas. While we tried to weather the storm, I wondered, what did I get myself into? It started as one of those wouldn't it be awesome if conversations between me and CJ. Like, wouldn't it be awesome if we got another dog? Or wouldn't it be awesome if we learned Japanese? We sat at a small table enjoying our favorite Indian dishes, and the subject turned to traveling in nature. We were sharing stories of camping as children, like getting rained out on my first camping trip, or the amazing campfire stories his uncle used to tell, the pranks that my cousins would pull at night to scare everyone, the amazing campfire meals his mom would make. On June 9th, my husband CJ, my puppy Ponyo, and I were off. We squeezed into my small gray Nismo Juke, which was packed to the gills with every supply we might need for the next few weeks. The trip began without a hitch. We saw the mountains in Tennessee, real cowboys in Wyoming, geysers at Yellowstone, the redwood forest, the Pacific Ocean, the high desert in southern Oregon, Area 51 in Nevada. Everything was going smoothly. A smoky smell invaded our clothes and hair. Ponyo had finally adjusted to riding in a car. I could set up the tent in 8 minutes while CJ got a fire blazing. Our second to last stop, we decided to stay at Lake Meredith in Texas, and when we arrived, we were blown away by the views. Cliff faces overlooking a deep blue lake. You could see for miles in every direction. At night, the stars were so bright and the skies were so clear. We decided to stay for a few days to rest and recover. The first night was more of the typical camping we had come to know and love. However, on the second night, a storm came through at 11 p.m. These are the storm cells that turn into tornadoes. And with both of us being from coastal areas, we didn't really know what to expect. The wind pounded our tent for hours while we desperately tried to think of a plan. It was too dark to pack up camp, but our tent was ripping and several tent poles had already split. We clearly needed to get out of there as soon as possible since we feared the worst. At first light, I wadded up our tent. CJ threw our supplies in the back seat and I scooped up Ponyo and held her in my lap. CJ tore down dirt roads and reached the interstate. CJ glanced up at me, smiled, and said, "So where to now?"